Whenever you feel. Oh, there we go. We're live.
There we go. All right. I was told that there was some hot takes that need to be let off people's chests.
I don't know if it's a hot take, right? Let's not say a hot take, right?
Okay. All right. What's it looking like?
It's just some observations I've made, right? In One Piece, right? Latest chapter drop. Vegapunk is spilling the beans, right? Letting everybody know what's going on about the ancient history, Void Century, Joy Boy, all that good stuff, right? My hate has nothing to do with the chapter at all. Quite literally nothing to do with, at least not this chapter.
But there's
my hate has to do with that fucking fraud with a red head, right? And see, here's the thing I figured out. Right? If you was to take Luffy out of this situation, right? Let's say you take him out and you replace him with another Yonko, right? Another Yonko level person, right? I'm willing to believe Blackbeard gets out of there.
Okay.
For other reasons, and I'll break down my reasons.
No Giants? Are we talking Giants interference still, or is it? What are we talking about?
I don't think the Giants
put
Blackbeard,
okay.
But I think he'll have something else totally different, which is Sam.
Whole strategies.
Yeah, that and whole strategies, right? He's not going to be trying to save Vegapunk and Bonnie. They're going to skedaddle. They're going to get whatever they're in for and pack it up, get up out of there. Black hole, let's go, right?
Right.
So Blackbeard is fine, right? We can all agree. I think
I don't know about agree because Kizaru, I don't know how
he folds Kizaru. Let me.
It's a rough time.
It's not a rough time.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue right now. If I'm being real, I feel like the Straw Hat's strength to me, it feels a little bit more proven at this level in terms of the top tier. Definitely Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Robin, even to a degree. I don't know if y'all peep. Frankie's been
moving up.
He's been even in this battle. He's Bonnie.
He's got some speed feats.
He's got some speed feats. That's what I'm saying.
He's been kind of moving.
He's been moving a little bit. He's been keeping up with the
speed feat, but
he just dodged a slash from the gorosei.
It's not the first time either. He's managed to time them a little bit.
Was it really aimed at him or was it aimed at Bonnie? And he just kind of
the fact that he saw it and
got Bonnie out the way and got out the way.
It wasn't targeted at him. But I ain't gonna hit him, Frankie. Look, I ain't gonna hit him. I ain't gonna hit him.
Yeah, don't Frankie now. Okay,
succeeded in the mission.
I think the Straws look a little bit more to me, a little proven to me. They look battle tested. We're obviously following them. Not to say that Blackbeard's crew doesn't have credibility. They do, but I feel like I don't know if they would have as easy of a time dealing with all of the things on Egghead. So they get collaboration from the Vegapunks too, the Straws. They got that,
That's something. So here's the difference, right? Straw Hats use collaboration to get through their problems, right? Teamwork makes a dream work. That's the Straw Hat way, all right? Blackbeard is whole shit. We're going to work together till the shit don't work out. And then we both host to each other, hoe our way out, right? And I think that works perfectly for Egghead, for his crew, right? Like, first off, there's no one, and I don't care what y'all tell me, there is no one on the Straw Hat that is more battle tested than fucking Aokiji. There is no one. There is not one person.
More battle tested.
Jinbei.
Yeah.
Luffy. If I'm being real with you, the nigga who boxed Kaido on the roof. If I'm being real with you, there's nobody that I have seen.
I'm not saying strength. I'm not saying battle IQ. I'm just saying who's got like the best record.
Okay.
Record.
The best record? But does the best record always...
It's Aokiji. I'm just going to stop you there. It's Aokiji. There's no one there with a better record.
Show. I can't deny that. Like, every time he shows up, it's kind of the end of the altercation.
He's never lost on screen.
He fought Whitebeard.
And didn't lose, technically.
It's like I don't disagree in terms of like the fact that he hasn't lost on screen, but we can't say that he's faced the level of competition that we've seen a nigga like Luffy face.
Whitebeard?
That's one nigga, and he didn't even. That's not even a fight. That was
nigga. That was the strongest nigga.
Listen, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
It was definitely not his problem.
That's literally what Luffy did.
I'm not trying to discredit. Any of his dubs.
Luffy fought the strongest nigga.
I don't think
The one-to-one thing.
Kaido was in his prime.
Kaido was,
But the only thing I'll give it is that
I don't think Kaido was in his prime.
Aokiji jumped out Whitebeard and didn't get folded immediately. Not a
I'll
lot
give
of people
him
would
that.
say that.
He's I'm not trying to say that he doesn't have that battle tested aura. He got that aura of battle tested nigga, but like I've seen this nigga Luffy, and maybe if somebody told me, all right, this nigga Aokiji put down.
Let's
like,
take
he
Luffy
put
off
a
the
nigga
table.
down.
Take Luffy off the table because Luffy's the captain and the Yonko and the sun god. Right? Okay. Take all of that off the table, right? Now, from Zoro moving forward, none of them are more battle tested than Aokiji.
All right, that's.
I'd take off Luffy and Zoro.
I must say, I don't know about Zoro either. Like, I don't know. This nigga was constantly fighting.
I don't know how Aokiji fares against King like that.
I think he beats King. I think he beats King very easily. I think he's stronger than Zoro.
Easy. I think the thing is, even like when
you don't think he
like at full power King.
Yes,
I don't think he needs to. I don't think he needs to penetrate him. Pause. Like I don't think he needs to like penetrate his defense. Like I don't think he needs to do that. I think he could just kind of like
freezes him there and moves on. But what about he's still got the fire on his back. He's still adaptable.
I don't think he can freeze him because of the fire on his back. Because he can use the fire like an explosive.
But I think King can freeze
him.
I
don't think any of that matters to a nigga that can airwalk. He can skywalk. He uses Geppo. He has the 6 forms. He can skywalk and then hockey coat his fists, which he uses to punch ships on a daily basis, and just punch him in the face really hard.
Like, to be honest, King is a bad matchup for Zoro in general. Like, that's like tight match, a flying nigga that has a magnet sword that like makes you fighting.
That's what made Zoro beating him so special, because it was such a bad matchup.
That's a terrible matchup for him.
Aokiji's not that bad, man.
Aokiji's much better.
Not that bad. He definitely has more versatility.
He is looking at them like food. He's looking at them like food.
I want to see Aokiji put down the top tier. That's what it is, or like some kind of past event that puts him.
That wasn't his win. I'm not giving him that.
And he was jumped too, and he's 80 years old.
About to say you beat up a senior citizen.
Aokiji's a pirate. He's doing pirate things. You can't hold pirate shit against a pirate.
And Garp had hands for him too. Garp had hands for him too.
No. He had to get involved. Now let me stop you right now.
Yeah, Garp was folding everybody if he didn't get involved.
Garp was folding every other person there. You and I both know he needed to be involved. He
was putting everybody down.
Once he knocked out San Wolf, it was
hey, Aokiji, if these kids ain't here when I come back, me and you are gonna have a problem.
They're begging him in the bar. They're pulling on his coat, please.
He's bodying everybody there if Aokiji does not get involved.
He really yeah.
I'm saying this. Look, I like Zoro. I'm a huge Zoro fan, right? Big Zoro fan, big Zoro guy. But let's be honest. Zoro has not beat anyone on the scale of 80-year-old Garp.
He hasn't beat anyone with Conqueror's Haki yet. That's the criteria for me. That's what's gonna put him over the hump to me.
But he's beat people who with like high skill ceilings. You know what I mean? Like he beat Dead Ryuma.
I think he's a master sword. Listen, Zoro's top. He's one of the top characters in the verse. He's a top character in the verse for sure. But he's gotta break that threshold. He's gotta beat another conqueror to me to crack that mold. That's the only way you really prove that you're a conqueror is defeating to me another conqueror.
Yeah,
that's the only real way to really cement that status.
Yeah, like him fighting that gorosei Ethan. That's right there.
That's like, right there.
Now that Oda showed all of this in this chapter, that he's cutting islands and shit.
Yeah,
that's kind of that's the guy.
But we got to figure it out though, because at the same time, it's not like he could really do damage to him. Like I don't know if that's really a fight that's a good setup until we figure that out. Until there's a layer to
it. There is a layer to it. I think they have to figure out, and I think it is Conqueror's Haki, Conqueror's coding.
You think that's it's more than that.
Didn't Luffy rock a nigga with a Conqueror's coded fist, and it destroyed him, but he came back. It wasn't like he was down.
I think you have to fully break their will. Like I think it's an extra layer to them, like just like a boss fight, right? You was just playing Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get them down to low health, but all that does is move them on to the next stage, and they have infinite stages.
So you think that at some point in this, I'm cool with Zoro fighting him, matching him, and I just don't think Zoro defeats him here. I don't think Zoro.
I don't even think
puts
they
him down
fight.
yet.
If I'm being for real, I think while they're looking for this last snail, I think they might have this
No,
opportunity.
I don't think they fight now. No, because I think if they fight now, Zoro's
Oh,
the problem.
you think down the line? You think down the line?
That's
Okay.
a
have to
strong
be,
boss. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like the way he was talking, he was just like, "Let me find the life forms. Too many life forms. Let me just cut all of them." That's some real swordsman shit. That's something that Zoro hasn't fought in a while, right? Since Ryuma. So that's some real swordsman shit. I think that's a perfect final boss for Zoro. And when Zoro beats him, I'll put Zoro over Aokiji. Until then,
I wonder if that nigga's even the strongest swordsman for real, because
who?
I feel like that nigga, not Mihawk, Ethan, fucking, or if he would be in the caliber, because I feel like, and I don't know if it's what the story wants us to infer, but I feel like the strongest swordsman is someone that only uses swordsmanship as their pure skill. Like that's their essence of it. They only use a sword. They don't use anything else. Well, hockey, obviously, but they don't have a devil fruit. There's no like pistol in the tuck. There's no outlining ability. All they do is
Let me ask you
swing
a
the
question.
blade.
Swing the blade around.
Where do you fall on Roger being a swordsman? Do you think he was a skilled swordsman, or you think he was just strong with a sword?
I think he was a skilled swordsman. Because even when like Shanks and them talk about him, like they still mention like
he was boxing.
Him.
I don't know. I think the pistol might have just been aesthetic. It really just might have been aesthetic for the sake of piracy. I don't know if that's crazy, but just like I guess in Wano, not every samurai used a katana, but a lot of them still carried katanas on their waist. Like they used a different weapon potentially, but they still have one just because that's ceremonial in a way.
Or just a follow-up weapon to have.
Just something else, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but we've never seen him use anything else but the sword.
Or I mean, if you run into another nigga with a sword, you can just pull out your pistol and just shoot him. But
I mean, it's also like as a captain.
Fair enough.
Like I feel like most captains kind of got a sidearm on them just as a in case I gotta shoot a nigga like type. Like I just feel like in any case,
And Luffy's the only one. I mean, Luffy's the only person I think that he's not going anywhere with a weapon. He's just straight up.
No. Even when he's holding a weapon, he's punching you.
That's just what he do.
He doesn't know anything else. It's how the man was brought up. He's been punched.
So, do you think is Shanks a skilled swordsman?
I think he probably was. I think he has the abilities of a skilled swordsman. I'm not trying to say he's lost his shine. I'm not saying
that's crazy.
He's a fucking
one
fraud.
arm cannot be helpful as a swordsman. It don't make you better.
But it's a strong arm.
I don't give a fuck. You got to draw it weird. You got to pull it out weird. You got to
from the other side.
Pull it out weird.
Hold on.
Shit. Nah, it's on the same time.
Yeah.
Right? Nah, that's nuts.
It's
he's
not.
wilding.
He does it on the backhand. You feel me? He comes up with it.
He's literally like Rayleigh. He's just operating off of aura. Like literally, that's all he's doing. Pure
crazy aura. It's a crazy aura. An aura nobody wants to smoke with.
I mean,
if I'm being real, I'm Rayleigh's a nigga that I could see why. I understand that even at this age, why niggas wouldn't try him though. I could see it. Just seeing Garmin
you just
action,
don't know.
You just don't know
what. Like, yeah, you've been chilling, but like, have you really been chilling?
Nigga Garp crashed out on fucking Hachinoso. He went stupid. He went stupid on that.
Came out alive. Like, yeah, you lived.
You're
different.
Certain niggas you don't try like that. I don't know.
Listen, man.
Sorry. We got way off track. Way off on a tangent. I was getting off my hate. That just reminded me. I was
hop back on the hate train. Go ahead.
Right back on the hate. Right. Blackbeard. He's probably gonna get up out of there, right? He'll probably earthquake, black hole, separate the island. Don't really care about Vegapunk and Bonnie. He and his crew.
Blackbeard he'll leave by himself. That's the shit. That's the thing. That's the thing that
him and
separates
Van
him from
Auger.
every other captain. He'll leave Dolo. He'll leave Van Auger behind if Van Auger's too slow on the foot. Like,
so that's the thing. I don't think he's the only person that does that.
yeah,
right? Because that's what Lucci was. It Lucci? Yeah, Lucci was trying to taunt Zoro, saying, like, you know, you're
Captain
always gonna
Zoro.
hold your, you know, captain down because they gotta wait for you. Type shit. So I think that's a thing. That's a common thing for pirates. You just get left sometimes.
yeah.
And you just gotta figure it out. And I think that's the Blackbeard pirate way. I broke you out of jail. Figure it out. Yeah, I got the rest.
I did everything.
I got y'all freedom.
On your own.
Figure out the rest.
If you're not on the boat in 10 minutes, we're setting sail for real.
It's so if you're saying if you place any Yonko in that situation,
yep.
I definitely think
Kaido gets out of it.
You think the cross guard gets out of there, or do you think Mihawk just leaves?
I think they get out of there.
But
I think
Crocodile has to leave too, not just Mihawk. That's the thing.
I think they could all.
Mihawk, Crocodile, and Buggy, all three of them get out of it.
I think they could all key players.
Because they're gonna throw bodies at the gorosei and dip.
Yep.
I think they could honestly. Fucking Mihawk is throwing fucking world slicing slashes at them. He's cutting them down, and they just running. They regenerating, throwing slashes. They running. Like we getting out of here. It is what it is. Type shit.
I honestly think they treat anybody else differently because they would know them. You know what I mean? Like they know the Straw Hats, but they don't really know like what their abilities are.
True potential. Yeah,
they just know that they've just been an issue for the past couple years. So
once you find out somebody beat Kaido, you don't. They're not just a potential issue.
They don't believe in the feat of believing Kaido. I'm telling you.
They don't believe in Kaido?
No. They believe in Kaido. They don't, even though CP0 reported that he defeated Kaido, they don't really believe it. I'm telling you, they don't want to put strength on his name. They really don't. They really don't want to put strength on it. It is crazy, but now they all witnessing, oh, he's really Nika type shit. They all gonna have to really take a step back because I feel like if you weren't there, you don't know. If you wasn't there,
I think the gorosei knows. I think once the gorosei put 2 and 2 together, like, wait, the gum fruit is actually the sun god fruit? Oh, okay. That makes sense. I think they was like, oh, okay, that's why he lost. Makes sense.
I think
they said the same thing with Kizu. They were just like, it's Nika. Nah.
Kizu is different. I mean, you saw that shit happen in your face, type shit. And plus, Kizu, he sold it. He sold it too. If I'm being real, Kizu, he was selling it a little bit. That nigga's kind of, I don't fuck with his motives.
He's flopping.
Yeah, he was all over the place for real.
That nigga sold that shit. Okay,
was just faking an injury to get some PTO.
Oh man,
I slipped on this bottle.
Oh man,
guess I can't kill Vegapunk, guys. Sorry.
He said my ACL and my MCL, both of them
tore.
They're both made up like
asunder.
Nope, tore it somehow.
You're a Lugia. You can't get hurt like this.
I felt like they knew. I feel like I do know. I feel like they did know it was Nika and all that shit. But I don't feel like they knew because I still don't think Luffy's fully tapped into the full depth of the ability. I feel like there's like an even like deeper layer to this shit. So I don't think they're really taking him seriously quite yet either. Like they really just trying to get to him and take care of him before he really does figure it out. But I don't think they wanted to put strength on his name in general. That's kind of why they split the bounty too. I don't think it was just symbolic for the public. I think they in general was like, nah, we could, once it comes down to it, we can still take care of him. We can still take him off the board when it comes down to it.
This is it coming down to it and them not being able to take him off the board.
A lot of things got involved, man. The Giants being there is really a number. Apparently, I didn't think it was gonna be that serious. If I'm being honest with you, I thought the Giants.
Giants are an issue in any world, in any fantasy world.
Yeah, but
let's
like
just take a step
the
back.
gorosei are like these giant beasts. Like I didn't think it was gonna
the Giants are bigger than them.
Yeah, Lucas shitted on a giant crazy, and that's what made me kind of question the
Rudy got folded by several niggas he should not have been folded by.
No gear fourth.
Not even gear third.
Not even gear third.
You know, regular little hockey.
Bow.
Hit hard. I don't know what you want me to say. Like
that's what I'm saying, though.
He hit hard. He heavy-handed. I don't know. Like
he didn't have a good showing. That nigga broke every bone in his body to pull his only dub on screen. His only on dub screen. Nigga shattered every bone in his body
Hey,
I
man,
said, man,
he
he's a
Grand
bad
Fleet
showing
now.
for the race.
Hey, look, it was a bad showing for the race, but he Grand Fleet now, so he good.
he
He Grand Fleet. He
got the
switched up.
buff. He got the
Fat dude in a
1.5
swimsuit.
Grand
He
Fleet.
changed sides, man. He KD. He switched sides after
KD.
he blew the lead and realized I don't got it.
It's fine. He's six man.
it.
He's six man. He's six man. It's fine.
Right. He joined the team because he knew there was a ring on the way.
I'll take a giant six man coming off the bench.
I'm saying. And
Coming off the bench.
And there's 2 more, right? Didn't he pick up 2 more giants?
They got it. You know what? That's the comp 20 and 10.
But he's
That's
supposed to be the strongest of them.
He's supposed
and he's a burger. Like you just got 2 extra patties. Like what are you doing? You're not cooking, bro.
Yo, he is Rudy Gobert. He has no bag. No bag. Yo.
All the injuries. 0 bag.
Nah, quick side note, I gotta flame Rudy because fuck Rudy. Nah, we gotta get over Rudy real quick because how this man win Defensive Player of the Year and proceed to get cooked immediately after every year in the playoffs, this man gets Defensive Player of the Year. He comes out, cries, he speaks French. He thinks he's French home people, drinks wine, he eats cheese. He does the whole French shit. And then, when he touches the court, he gets cooked. Very next game back against Jokic, 40. 40-point triple-double immediately as soon as Rudy touched the court again. Yeah, they lost. But it wasn't because of fucking Rudy. I bet you that much.
Yo.
I gotta say this.
Nigga, Luka dancing on him for 4 straight games. Dancing. Had him looking crazy on national television.
It's like as much as I want to say, you know, like Sacre Blue, Mama. Like I feel like it's coaching. It's coaching because he can't guard. Listen. If the switch, he should never be on no switch with any nigga under 6'8". There's no way because he's getting danced on. If you look at watch the tape,
Luka's 6'9". Luka's 6'9".
Luka is Magic Johnson wrapped up in a LeBron in a fucking. Listen, Luka he's Magic. That's all you got to say. He's different. That's an all-time great. That's an all-time great.
You on the court? You on the court? We paying you what? $50 million, and you just want Defensive Player of the Year, nigga. Defend.
Some things can't be done. For like,
there's no reason Rudy should not be on the 3-point line. That nigga should not be outside of the paint guarding nobody. There's no reason for it. That nigga can't. I've never
seen. No lie, I've never seen this before. I've watched Rudy get the ball at the top of the key, and I promise he'll get back to anime. But this is crazy. I watched Rudy get the ball at the top of the key, go like this, and then just lose the ball over his own head. And then just fumble it out of bounds in a playoff game.
He's a clumsy nigga.
Like, this is crazy.
He's a clumsy. I don't even fuck with this nigga. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. It's not even like I fuck with this dude. I don't. I think he's corny and he's weird and all that shit, right? But and he's French, nigga. Like I don't even fuck with him. I don't even fuck with them niggas for real.
He's facing the wrong direction.
They just weird, bro. They always them niggas is I don't know. Whatever. But fucking it's coaching. I don't know why every coach they have, they say, all right, Rudy, go out there and guard fucking Kyrie Irving or some shit like that. And he gets danced on. He gets danced on. And they say, Ruby, what's your defense, nigga? He can't do it, nigga. He can't. He's not built for it. I make him sit in the post and have him guard the big man. He
7'2".
He can't do that. He can't do that.
Floaters all game, just 7'2". Just
okay, Jokic is generational. Jokic is generational.
Let's take Jokic off the table. You're right. He's a generational player, one of the greatest offensive bigs of all time. You got it. Fucking Daniel Gafford. Daniel Gafford looks like fucking Hakeem out there against these niggas. Daniel Gafford is going crazy right now.
It's all lobs and fast breaks. It's all lobs and fast breaks though. Like
he's 7 foot. Nigga, jump with him. Help. If you just put your arm up
trying to
and
hold
jump,
both of them,
you're bigger than both him and the ball. I guarantee the ball will never touch. Just go like this. Just wave your big ass arms in the air like a fucking wacky inflatable arm man, and you'll be good. Nobody.
He was catching them alleys from pretty wild locations. I'm not going.
You know why he was catching those alleys? Which direction was Rudy facing? Which direction was he facing?
The short guy, and not the 6'8" dude.
Why is he always facing the wrong direction?
Listen. You trying to make this nigga seem like he Kwame Brown, all right? Like they, he's a bum. I'm not even gonna say that. Like,
what is he doing?
I love how he's just devolved as this conversation has gone further.
He's not a nigga that I respect. I don't even like him. I don't. Right. So this isn't even coming from a place of fandom. I don't even fuck with him, right?
Every time he's walking up the courts, like, oh, the refs, they're doing it. You're garbage, nigga. You're garbage, nigga.
It's the refs, guys.
Learn how to do a fucking post move.
They won't
learn some fucking footwork. Don't drag that fucking left foot. All right, plant it and then pivot, dumbass nigga. But no, you wanna shut your blue.
Yeah.
Nigga said.
How you doing, man?
Yo, that shit was killing in France. All right, I'm gonna need you to get up.
It wasn't. That's the crazy thing. It wasn't. It wasn't.
He has no bag. He has no bag.
That nigga not even respected at home on his own block. Man, let me.
He has no bag. He has no bag.
Fuck that nigga Rudy, man.
If I'm real, they need to go ahead and try to trade him. Get Joel Embiid or some shit. Make a big package for Joel. Get Joel up to Minnesota because Joel not happy in Philly. Go ahead, get Joel. Go ahead.
Trade Cat. Get both of them niggas out of there.
Trade Cat?
Yeah. Fuck both of them niggas.
I mean, Cat. I don't fuck with Cat either. But
why do you want to keep them? Why you sound so?
I don't know, man. They don't have no bigs outside of that. I feel like they need.
Listen, they got Nas Reed and draft, nigga. Ant 22. You got time.
Nigga said Nas Reed.
Hey man, because this ain't it. I watched Cat just run into people unprompted, like he's playing football. Like he literally gets CTE mid play.
That's the uncoordinated. That's the uncoordinated nigga though. Like you can't blame that on nothing. But I don't know how
that's not uncoordination. I've never seen a nigga be uncoordinated and charge into somebody. That's not uncoordination.
Nigga, he lose control of his body. Like your nigga forget
it's CTE. I don't know how. Like this nigga is just bugging. He just lost all control motor skills.
He has a war flashback. Mid possession. Mid possession war flashback. Nigga loses his
loud bang.
Mind. Screams elbows the nigga. Yeah.
Dives on the ball like a live grenade.
Everybody get down. Nigga start crying.
That's the roof.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's Mavs in 5 though. They about to use it out tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Mavs in 5. Fuck my parlays. Fuck me, right? Hey man,
just cooking, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I believed.
I can't bet against Kyrie and Luka. Kyrie and Luka is crazy.
Timbs are everybody just coming off the bench and shooting threes. I don't know what's going on with the Timbs, man. They're just shooting crazy.
They got it. It comes down to the fourth quarter. It comes down to the few.
Towns did he even score the last game?
Yeah, he went off. I think he had a good game.
No, the game before that.
Oh no, game 3. He had a terrible game.
Game 3, he hardly scored at all. And
he had a terrible series.
This game and hit like 9 threes.
Yeah, I think he shot like 0 for 4, and it was just like, I'm gonna keep shooting, guys.
Yeah, nigga drank a C4 before the fucking before the game. Locked in.
They gotta give a warning to the bomb squad. Look, I know what you're about to hear. I know you're gonna get a lot of calls tonight. It's just cash shooting. Don't worry.
Hey.
Man took an Adderall for the game.
Locked in,
focused.
Not into it. The question is bare hand, just chunks and all. Just.
I already know the distance from here to the rim.
I can feel it.
You can feel the amount of air molecules.
Boy, all game. Flash.
Shit.
That is not pretty.
Let me get back to my original hate. That was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
We're talking about Rudy being the weakest member.
Yeah, he is the Rudy Gobert though. He is the Rudy Gobert.
He's Rudy Gobert.
Someone is gonna dance on him at some point in the playoffs.
But you know what? He's gonna get one really good block and gonna be like, hey, that Rudy? You know what I
Next
mean?
time he show up, he better have a mace. He better have something. Like
he better have his niggas. Nah, he better have his niggas. He better have his niggas because he's a bum. We need to see his niggas come out. We need to see a jump. We need to see a hop.
This comes out with just a giant rifle, bro. He's like, I'm hearing out islands.
The biggest fucking 45 you've ever seen.
It's a sawed-off.
No.
It's a sawed-off that shoots fucking boulders.
Oh god!
It just decimates. Just
he got a flip-flop switch.
He's on Switch.
Nah, he's got the G18 with the magazine on it. Just the,
no.
the drums, 3-foot magazine. She goes down to his knee. He never has to stop. He's just spraying.
It sounds like a fucking bomb. Just fucking.
Just has one grenade. He's like, I've been ready for this.
They think Ian dropped the mother flame again. They don't know what's happening.
Hybrid didn't let it off. Hybrid didn't let it go. No. Hybrid just uphold. That's it. Nice, y'all.
His ship got a trebuchet on it. A giant trebuchet.
Giant trebuchet is a game changer.
That's a
game changer.
It's dangerous. Like
that's an island wiper.
It's gone. It's gone. Set it on fire before you throw it. It's over. There's nothing left behind.
That's diabolical. Actually,
I need him to have something. If he has hockey, I'm terrified. I don't think I've seen a giant with hockey yet.
Didn't Dorian Broggy have hockey?
They've just been doing stuff. I mean, I could look back.
I just thought they had like giant techniques, like,
giant strength. They was just going. They might use hockey inherently, kind of how the Amazonians do.
That's terrifying. That's honestly the worst case scenario.
I honestly think that's a big reason of why like the ancient kingdom was wiped out, because all of them niggas just had unnatural advantages. Fishermen, the world's sinking, and the niggas can live underwater, right? Lunarians can fly, fire, immortal. Giants, big, and naturally can just draw out hockey. That's a problem.
Way too many irregular niggas, bro. Way too many.
Meanwhile, just normal humans over here just struggling to deal with a sea king. Like,
nah, that's wild.
I'm telling you, that's why they even had them niggas packed up. He said enough. It's time for the little guy to win.
So, what do y'all think? All right, so Vegapunk is talking about how the ocean level is rising.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What do we think is the cause of this?
I think it's the firing. I think it might be two things. I think it's definitely part of the firing of the mother flame. I think we don't know how many times it's been fired. And we also don't know how many times there's been like earthquakes, like large earthquakes across history. I don't think it's been brought up. It might be something that's revealed later that's been part of it. But I definitely think it has something to do with firing the mother flame. Whenever they do fire, if they've only fired it like twice, 3 times, however many times, I think it's triggered some kind of event that causes the water level to gradually rise more and more.
Because I don't know if the water is like refilling through, like when the beam goes off, the mother flame. I don't know if that chasm it creates is bringing water back into it at all. It doesn't really seem like it that much because it's been going on for hundreds of years.
Like I guess the way to look at it is like it's pushing something down mad hard, but at the same time, like that hole that it formed is just never going to be refilled. Like the force of it pushing out is what caused the water levels to rise. Is what it looks like.
Yeah, because it's so crazy. There's not even like it penetrates the seafloor. Like it's going so far down that the hole can't possibly be filled. So yeah, it's pretty much like when you put your fist in like a bucket of water, it's gonna make the water kind of displace. Right. So the more that happens over time, I guess repeatedly, it's causing the water level to rise. They might have triggered something in the planet though initially. Like it might have been.
I'm going a different way with it, honestly. I think this is all tied into the whole sun god being a sea devil, the whole Adam tree and the mother flame. I think all of them shits are tied together. I think like the mother flame plus all of the Lunarian flames plus like all of these Adam trees, which like were these big ass trees that was bringing sunlight down to the sea floor, which I don't think they've ever explained how the fuck that happens, but
Not really, no. So we didn't really get into that.
So I think Eam did something that got rid of, maybe not Eam directly, but the world got rid of all of these trees, or these trees were the trees that were producing devil fruit. So maybe the world government did get rid of them. And maybe that's what the Void Century War was, over each one of these Adam trees. And at the same time, now there's no Lunarians, now there's no Mother Flame, or it's using, instead of it, power is being used to like evaporate all the water and, you know, generate rain and shit for all these big ass trees that needs it. It's being used to displace all of this water and make the sea levels rise in the reverse. I think that's what Vegapunk's alluding to.
So like part of the like recycling of water has been like removed, so there's nothing to
essentially the world government fuck with the precipitation cycle on like a global scale.
Interesting.
And I think it was all foreshadowed in Alabasta. The entire Alabasta, what was it? The boom powder? Whatever.
Powder, the dance powder, whatever it is.
Dance powder, there you go. Yeah, the dance powder, how it draws water from another. I think it's the same content. It's the same. Whatever's happening, the Mother Flame does it on a global scale. The Adam Tree and the Mother Flame do it on a global scale.
So when you just mentioned the I guess the water getting displaced, it just got me thinking about the fishermen. And I think in general, part of the reason why racism towards the fishermen is so promoted, besides them being allies with ancient kingdom, they don't want these people on countries. They don't want these people on like land or reaching islands, because if they're underwater and they see like all these places have ancient kingdoms, I would assume underneath them, like all this shit is built on top of this shit. So if there's fishermen that are there, like if they're not approaching these islands and if they're afraid to approach these islands in general, they'd never see that there's like entire kingdoms and shit underwater. I think the only exclusion would be Wano, since of because of how it's built. Like,
I mean, well, Kaido found
it though. Yeah,
Kaido found it because of Jack. That's the exact reason Kaido found it. It's because he had a fisherman. So I think you're right. Yeah, like you make everyone racist towards fishermen. You make them not really see their potential and like kind of isolate them, and now they're focusing their struggles somewhere else. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, Ian was cooking the books.
He kind of figured out, I guess, like the best way to isolate the people and make sure that they weren't interacting. Because that's pretty much the whole, I want to say the key piece of One Piece from the beginning is that the less information people have, because they don't interact, the easier it is to deceive them. Motherfuckers don't know shit because they're not tapped in with what other people are saying. And O'Hara was the perfect example. Once they blew them niggas off the map, they're like, nobody wants to learn after they see a whole island get fucking destroyed, wiped out like that. Nobody's trying to learn after that. I'm not trying to learn. I don't know about you.
So do you think that will change now that Vegapunk is spilling the beans and yapping away?
I think it's going to change for certain islands. I think there's going to be islands that definitely buy into what he's saying, because he's not done yet. He hasn't finished saying what he's saying. So the chapter is going to drop probably, I'm saying, either tomorrow or Friday, depending. But we'll see what he finishes saying. But I think he's going to try to rally people around Luffy. That's, to me, I think this whole message is them. He's informing people. He's telling them what's happening. But he's ultimately going to come to the point and be like, listen, though, that nigga, though, I don't know. He's not going to know it's Luffy, obviously, because I guess he probably reported this, I would say, before he ever realized, the whole shit happened on Wano and whatnot. Yeah. Right? But he was like, listen, when this dude does appear, that's real. Like, I'm telling y'all. I read it in the poneglyphs. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to listen for real. I think it's gonna rally the people around Luffy in that moment. Around certain groups, certain people are gonna rebel. I think certain people, we saw it even in the panels. Certain people were like, they wasn't even really listening like that. Like it was like whatever. Like this nigga, he's yapping.
All the clowns.
You seen the imposters back.
Disrespectful.
First off, wait, hold on. You're right. I disrespected the GOAT, Foxy. Foxy with the most broken devil fruit in all of One Piece that doesn't know it though.
Has no idea.
He has no idea what he's doing with it. But if he ever figured it out, it's the Pirate King.
Honestly, I thought Blackbeard was gonna pack him up. I thought Blackbeard was gonna go after that fruit. I'm being honest.
He might be an affiliate. We don't like, to be honest with you. I like to assume that there's a lot of random free agents that we might see come back into the story in some way, shape, or form because they've entered the fold somehow. Like, I really like that they brought Crocodile back in to make the cross guild a thing. So I think there might be some characters we eventually, like the niggas in Sky Island. We saw them briefly during the panels before the Reverie. They're gonna come into play at some point again into the story. There's a lot of characters that are gonna come into play. We're gonna see them again. So I'm genuinely curious to see how certain people.
Do you think I don't know if Sky Island's gonna come back into play though. Oh, I do. Because of that whole point about Bellamy saying we ran through it in Dressroom.
But there was a
purpose to be like, yeah, we're not gonna come back to that.
There was a panel right before the Reverie that has the Sky Island. It shows Sky Island. It shows fucking Wiper, all them people. They was getting ready for the Reverie. Let me see if I can find them.
Because didn't they show what's that dude's name? The Mad Monk.
Uroge?
Yeah, Uruguay. Didn't they show him one of the panels as well?
Yes. But he's from a different Sky Island. No. Just in general.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm saying a vast majority do believe what Vegapunk is saying.
A vast majority do believe it.
More than what the Gorosei want.
I know Dragon and him is rubbing their hands like Birdman. Like, yes, finally.
Yeah. Can we just talk about how Dr. Kureha is still alive?
Yeah, she's not gonna die.
She's gonna outlive the Straw Hats.
Yeah,
outlive the One Piece.
She's gonna be out.
We outlive the Straw One Piece.
She's gonna live to find out the secret of the world. I think a lot of people will.
But yeah, they had Foxy was back in this panel. Then they had the imposter crew. Now he's impersonating Kid.
Which means Kid is a full pack.
Nah, Kid's coming back. That's what that means.
You think Kid's coming back?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what that means. I think Kid runs into him. And then that's how we find out Kid's back. In an unfortunate way for him.
Kid is
maybe not so much. Maybe Kid comes back with like a change of heart. Maybe he doesn't want to be a pirate anymore.
That's probably the best move for him. Open a bakery. Be a family man.
Open a bakery with one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got no business doing anything else.
Nothing to do with piracy.
Yeah, he's not built for that life. I think we're at that stage now.
Join the Marines. Change the
blood. I don't know about that much.
Niggas got to train too hard to keep up at this point. If you haven't been in the gym, it's not happening right now.
He just got to go outside to the right people and not run into a fraud.
Who is he? What crew is he building right now in the new world?
If he did it right, he could get a good crew. Right? Like I'd hunt down. Let's see, who did they show? That's a free agent right now. Foxy.
That's
right?
Not much.
It's Foxy in the new world. It's Foxy in the new world.
Weevil.
Yeah, Weevil
joining you?
I mean, he's a former Shikibukai, so he's got the name.
Is he joining? Are you strong enough to beat Weevil to where you could convince him to join you?
Me personally, Kid, I don't know. But I mean, that's for him and Killer to kind of work together and figure out.
I mean,
I think Kid is strong enough to make Weevil join his crew. He's strong enough to beat Happy Yonko. He's strong enough to beat Weevil.
I'd say so. His fruit. He has a fruit. That like
we don't know if Weevil has a fruit or not.
I don't think
Weevil has a fruit. I think Weevil's just boxing.
If he's just boxing and just stronger than niggas like that, just pure strength, hey man, he might really be a true problem.
Yeah, I think Weevil's just boxing.
Like another Gart running around, just hands and fury. Nah, no.
But he has a Bicento.
That's not
Whitebeard's. No, that's not Whitebeard's weapon.
No, he got a different one. He does have a spear or like a halberd or some shit like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whitebeard's one is at his gravesite, wherever that is.
Unless they stole that shit. I don't even know. Did they pull up and steal that shit? It's not
Where's
like
Whitebeard's body at? Is that Sphinx?
It was at his home island. It was at his home island, yeah.
Oh yes, and they was there.
They
I don't know.
Grave robbers.
Grave robbers.
Hey, technically his inheritance.
Loot.
Grave rob for some, inheritance for others.
I mean, the only person that could have told them, you know, if that was Whitebeard's kid, was kind of one nigga away from dying. So,
Fair enough.
like, Vegapunk is running out of bodies for real.
Yeah.
It's Edison and Lilith.
Well, Edison looks like he's a pack right now.
Yeah, it looks like
Edison sacrifice. He's gonna like do some blow up shit to do something.
He's gonna pull a child.
Lucy is going to do some sacrificial blow up shit.
You think? I think she's gonna join them for a little bit. I think Stussie's gonna get away.
Her
and Kaku.
Her whole thing about saying like, you know, what do I have to live for now? I don't think Kaku's gonna join. I think
Kaku's ready to leave.
I think Kaku's ready to go. Kaku don't want to be there no more.
He's just tired, bro.
He had the low-key easiest day. He's just been trapped in a bubble. Honestly.
Did he?
He got folded. Yeah, he got
folded by Zoro. Then he had to fight Seraphim by himself. He had to hold up against, what was it, the Mihawk and Jinbei Seraphim? What was the two jumping him?
Yeah.
It was those two? God, good God. He had a rough time before anybody.
And then fucking Stussy stole his blood, whatever she did that bullshit to him.
Yeah.
He's had a day. He's had
the most time to rest. I would pretend to be asleep too if I was him.
No, Kizaru's had the most time to rest.
Kizaru is a
Kizaru's been resting since
I got slander for that nigga. Yeah, I got slander for that.
Kizaru's been on the bench for quite some time.
To be fair, he did get hit really hard twice.
I don't care, bro. You supposed to be you wanted to only 3 niggas got the same name as you, nigga. Get up, stand up, bro.
To be fair,
he's fighting a
one of those 3
right
niggas is a fraud, though.
Hey, nigga, I'm standing on the old 3. Fuck the new 3. I'm talking about the old time.
He was a burger of the old 3, but we just didn't know.
He
was gonna be real. We didn't know that he was a burger of the 3, but he was the burger of the 3. Now we can look back and say he was very easily the burger, the weakest, right?
Yeah.
Does anyone want to fight me on that? Is there anyone weaker than Kizaru?
He hasn't had a good showing. Nah, he hasn't had a good showing.
He's had good showing. He's all against weaker people.
I don't think
he bullies weak nigga. He bullies kids.
That's what I haven't seen a good showing against anybody relevant. There's nobody that's been on his or above his tier that he's really.
Kizaru is Kai Cenat, like highlight reel, basketball highlight reel against those little kids. You ever seen that clip?
I never saw that.
He's hooping against like 6-year-olds.
That's crazy.
He got a whole mix. That's Kizaru. Because that's what he did to the strike. He cooked a whole bunch of supernovas before anyone knew what hockey was.
That is true. Not a single one of them had hockey.
Fair enough.
I mean, hand roasted by the old man. Just saying.
Even still, Admiral status. Stand up, nigga. Get up, nigga. You can't be on the ground in a situation like this. We got all 5 gorosei touchdown and you on your back.
To be fair, wait, hold up now. Let's cut him some slack because one of them gorosei got folded like 7 chapters ago and we haven't seen him yet. Where's the Sandworm right? Where that nigga been at?
He's chilling on a building right now.
He's trying to jump. I'm telling you, they're trying to set up a sinister jump right now. They're trying to set up a sinister jump.
He better be popping up on somebody because he's looking real sus right now. Like he's the one that. I can see it. Because the Marines definitely be on whole shit.
He gonna pull up on Nami's group. He's gonna pull up on the group that's waiting for for Zoro and them to come, and he's just gonna pull up on them.
Just to get he gets hit with that 3,000 world slash across the chest.
I mean, the thing is, they come back though. That's my problem. I feel like there has to be some way. I don't know if they discover it here. I feel like they might just escape. This just might be an escape here. I don't know if they figure out.
Have we seen one lose a limb yet?
No.
We've seen them get like stabbed, bruised, punched, and shit, but we haven't seen one lose a limb. I'm saying if Zoro chops off an arm,
we've seen a lot. We've seen quite a few. We saw what do you call it? Kuma punched Saturn in his arm, his whole fucking shoulder.
Oh shit, that's right.
His whole shit, his whole arm was gone. Like we've seen quite a bit.
He repaired that quite quick.
Luffy made them niggas blow up with the fucking ball shit that he hit, like the fucking baseball bomb shit that he blew them up the smithereens, and they regenerated from that shit.
I think they're probably like there's a specific way you have to kill them, like one very hyper specific weakness that they have.
I think it's like a curse, like a seal or some shit. Like it might be on some like you have to figure out. You gotta like erase the seal on like a wall that's hidden somewhere, and then you gotta kill them or some shit.
Or like there's summoning circles. Maybe there's summoning because I think that summoning circles are still on the ground, like on the panels and shit.
Like you gotta disrupt it. You gotta like
stomp on that shit.
Yeah, just kick sand all over it. Yeah,
start scrubbing the floor.
Mm-hmm. They go right back.
So fuck them up.
They get summoned right to that couch. Right up to the couch and Barry draw in front of that little ass TV.
Send them niggas to Cancun real quick. Yeah.
Pack them up.
Send them to Cancun.
He can get his hands on them again.
Like, nah, y'all don't gotta be here.
One of them, so I mean, I feel like if they figure out the weakness of them, like maybe if they erase the circle, it doesn't send them back, or it just allows them to be hurt. It allows the damage to be permanent. Like they take damage now once the circle is no longer complete. Like if you just erase a part of the circle, you could do damage on them. I feel like they might defeat one of them. That's what I'm saying. If you're able to get a part of the circle from stop connecting on some witchcraft shit, and you're able to hurt them now.
Spell and now
you disrupt the spell and how it works and shit like that. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Frenchmen, the elf shit. I've been watching that elf shit. Yeah, man, shit going cool. It's going crazy a little bit.
Hey, man, I'm trying to say that shit it's a slow start, but once you get past that slow start,
yeah, it's cool. That shit is definitely. I slept on it. I'm fucking with it. But yeah, I think if they disrupt the circle, they could do that damage, and I think they might defeat one member here. I think that might be like the catalyst. If they manage to figure that out, that's the only way that I can say that. Because at this point, until they can do damage, then no dub. They're just gonna escape. Until they can do damage, they can't have a victory. It's not gonna be like a clear.
I honestly don't even see how they escape until they do damage because.
So you think it's over until they do?
Yeah, like somebody's sacrificing themselves so that they can get up out of there. Maybe all of the giants except Dorian Bragi. But there's a lot because I don't see how they get out of there. Like they're literally with the straw hats.
They on top of them. Like they're
with them. He's right there with them. Ethan is right with them. Honestly, Luffy's being chased down by two of them. What are you really gonna do? And then the third one is probably gonna come. The bird one. He's probably gonna come back downstairs.
Nah, he gotta find
about to be 4 gorosei in front of them.
I'm thinking the only way if they escape from that situation. It's crazy because I feel like in any other story at this point, I feel like most people would feel like it was cooked. But after reading 1,100 fucking chapters of One Piece, they just be in the craziest situations like constantly. And at this point, if I'm being real with you, they can do enough damage that they can, I guess, defeat them. Like they can. Luffy can. I don't want to say he can one shot them, but he can kind of one shot them at this current stage where they can regenerate. I don't know if that's like that would really be a one shot in terms of like real damage. Like if they were able to do damage, I don't think it would be a real one shot. But I think now that they can regenerate and all that shit, it does kind of disrupt them to the point where they have to regenerate when he does a big attack. I think all the heavy hitters for the Straw Hats, if they land, I'm talking about like 4 heavy, crazy finisher attacks, they might be able to get up on that boat and get up out of there real quick. I'm not saying it's going to be clean. I'm not saying it's going to be without sacrifices. You might lose a giant or two, but that's the only way I can see it without figuring out a weakness. They kind of got to make them regenerate and escape during the regeneration. That's it.
They would have maybe collapse a building on them and then just use that as a distraction.
That didn't work.
It wouldn't work, but I'm saying enough
something to stop them. Just something to stop and make them regenerate. That's it. Just once they get them to the regeneration stage, honestly, you make them play to escape.
Maybe the play is just coup de burst and get into the water because I don't see them chasing them on the water.
Yeah,
I see once it's like a boat race fight, seafaring fight. Maybe I think that's when the Navy lost.
Maybe the bird. Though. I mean, I mean, we don't know because we don't. I had a theory about the summoning too. I don't think they could go. I think the reason why they can only be summoned to an island is because they can only operate on the island. I don't think they could like get on.
They can't travel.
They can't travel like that
Right.
type shit. They can only operate on that island. So I think the bird might try to get them before they leave the range of the summoning, and catch them on the water. I'm pretty sure it's probably a big
They
ass
probably
bird.
just missed them too, and then
You think?
you'll see like the damage effect of him going past the radius.
Like imagine sailing off and as the gorosei, the fucking these 5 giant beasts just watching you sail off in the distance.
They just sitting there mad as fuck. Fucking
Fuck.
mad as fuck.
Eyes
I mean,
red, harumph, like angry for real. Like, just
I think they could if they figure out a weakness. I think the gorosei that would fall would be Saturn. I think they built him up enough at this point where he would be the guy for Bonnie, Kuma, and I guess just the story to say let's get this guy off the board right here.
I think he dies later for that same reason though. I think they hold. I think Oda keeps him, yeah, and then Bonnie kills him. I think that's it. I think Bonnie and some
smokes
Seraphim.
this nigga as soon as they get upstairs, bro.
Yeah,
Eam is redoing the lineup. He's dropping all 5. Like it's something I know.
Someone's coming up from the G League after this one.
How's the Chinese?
Shanks' dad is already. Shanks' dad's already
Chinese, buddy. Fucking send that nigga to Guangdong, China. Oh,
Guangdong, China immediately.
Fucking get him out of here.
You got new orders. 12 years. Guangdong. Pack a bag, bro.
12 years, $4 million. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of my office.
Like, nah, you need to bring out the bench. Like,
I bet Saturn don't even go back upstairs. He probably
he's like, just tell me what he says, guys. Just tell me what he says.
One way I think he's getting folded. I'm telling y'all, I think it's his time. I think it's his time to go. And I think I'll tell you why. Bonnie believes in she believes in Nika. She believes in it. That's why I think she's working so well with the Straws because she kind of believes in what could happen. I think he's gonna just our boy is gonna put on a show. I think he's gonna put on a show. I think if they figure out how to damage them, he's the one specifically Luffy's gonna dance on because if he finds out the history, for whatever reason, if he finds out,
has Luffy mentioned anything? Is he even paying attention to the loudspeakers or no?
No,
I don't think they've shown Luffy.
This nigga, I doubt it. Yeah, this nigga, I doubt it. I think he's gonna find out some last minute shit. I think he's gonna find out they're gonna tell him, yeah, that's the nigga, that's him right there. And he's gonna he's gonna lock him. He's gonna lock him.
You know, this Joy Boy character sounds really familiar.
I got something for you.
Wearing a straw hat. Huh?
Rubber man?
I don't think I think if he turns into the giant form and starts dancing on him, that would be very
I honestly think there's a Gear 6, and I think it's him becoming a full giant.
A full giant.
The final step of his fruit, where he's a full giant, and literally everything is just turning into, I guess, freedom or rubber.
Mm-mm. That shit.
Like, I think he's gonna get real cartoonish Gear 6. I don't know if they're gonna call it Gear 6. I don't even know if Oda's gonna separate it like that. He might not. It might just be like a moment where like he just goes full giant and it's different. But
I think he taps in. I do. I think there's another layer to it. I think there's like another layer to what he's gonna be able to do. I don't know if it's gonna be
what's next. Like
more manipulation. Like, I mean, he's manipulating reality.
He's lightning bolts. He's dancing. He's literally jumping between active lightning bolts and then throwing them at targets.
The next step is to bounce like the sun or the moon off the ocean. Once he's done that, that's game.
What if he could like give people? What if he could like power niggas up? Like he kind of like what's her name? She's in the Revolutionary Army. She could like encourage people. Like what if he kind of like bigs you up real quick. Like he's kind of like, nah, like you the shit. Like
Nah, I fuck with you. I fuck with you.
I fuck with you, bro.
I fuck with you heavy.
Like you need to come on. Let's do this shit. Let's run a 2v2 real quick.
She's gonna get people hockey with her. Devil fruit,
that's what I'm saying. Like her devil fruit is just wild. It's just
what if he take that shit to the next level? Like what if he he gives you freedom? Like he liberates you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like he just.
Do you think at his max, let's say he can give you freedom? Do you think he can free a devil fruit from his restrictions?
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he'll be able to just let you do you.
Then how did he lose? That's what I'm trying to figure. Like, if these were all things,
he probably got hold.
It was treachery.
I think, Joy Boy probably got betrayed by a Marshall D. Teach, whoever the ancestor is for Blackbeard. Joy Boy just betrayed him. Low key, on the lowest of keys, it might be Eam. Eam might have been one of the people rolling with Joy Boy.
That's what I've been saying.
The second pirate, like
that's what I've been saying. He was there,
hater, bro.
He was there. He said, "I don't really fuck with this nigga's shoes, though." Like I remember when he was a kid, this nigga used to look up to me, though. Like he's like I don't really
hating from the sidelines the whole time.
No one was wearing a straw hat before me, bro. I had the hats first.
You don't really
the straw hat on. Fuck that nigga.
Yo, you saw when this nigga got the D1 contract. He said, "Nah, I don't fuck with this nigga like that."
No,
like
I ain't fucking with him.
He started. He's a front runner. He started talking shit.
Hey, Eam, aren't you on Joy Boy's crew? Nah, he's on my crew, nigga. Fucking me.
My crew.
I'm the captain, bitch. That's. Come on.
Yeah, I think Eam was a world class hater, and might have been the one.
Backstab. He pulled a little treachery.
Well,
he pulled the Tony Parker. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that nigga's wife.
Teammate's wife.
Fuck that nigga's wife, man. Pull the TP.
That's it, man. When Tony Parker references come up, that's the episode. We're here.
Pull the TP.
We'll catch y'all next week.
Make sure y'all like, share. So
let us know what you think about next episode.
And that nigga French too. He French too. What I told you.
You gotta end it.
Tony Parker.
It's getting controversial.
I'm just saying, it's the French niggas.
French.
Yeah.
I didn't even